Just last year, a little bit before this time last year, the DSHS, which is tasked of overseeing on McNeil Island sexually violent predators, Mr. Speaker, we know now that they can earn their release into less restrictive alternatives into our community. And let me explain to you what that less restrictive alternative in my district was going to look like. A 3-bedroom house, no perimeter fencing, no cameras, no security, and they had planned to put 11 sexually violent predators in a 3-bedroom rambler next to constituents in a community where people had been sexually assaulted and raped. My constituents do not feel safe with sexually violent predators in their neighborhoods, next to their playgrounds, which this proposed LRA was going to go next to. And Mr. Speaker, almost everyone involved in this complicated web of responsibility of a system for SVPs recognizes that was a bungle, including the one in Enumclaw as well. The need to have a sexually violent predator endorsement or designation on the ID is clear to me. That if a sexually violent predator that always has to be chaperoned while released to the LRA, or always has to be monitored, absconds, or escapes, they can now have a better ability to get on a bus with this ID or somewhere else and get further than they would have before. Having this designation on the ID card assists not only as a deterrence and for public safety so that they do not abscond, but also so that other members of the community know if they're not chaperoned, that they clearly know who these people are. These sexually violent predators are not your run-of-the-mill sex offender, Mr. Speaker. These are the worst of the worst in our society. Horrific crimes against children, including babies. And it is not too much to ask, I think, to have this designation on the ID card. My ID card says veteran on it. And I don't think it's that much more to ask to say sexually violent predator for somebody who has done horrific crimes, and that is something my community desperately wants, to feel safe where they live. Asking for a yes.